Hello, welcome back to Ode to Venus. My name is Michelle, and this is where I do tough love tarot readings with some other stuff. You can check it out in my videos. So, I want to preface this reading with a trigger warning. I am a tough love tarot reader. I will only read you what you need to hear, and I will never sugarcoat things, and I will never twist things into a false positive. I intentionally make my readings this way because I believe it's a lot more productive than if I were to fill you with false hope or tell you something is coming when it isn't, because I truly believe that change starts from inside of us. So if we can't look inside, nothing outside is going to come in that we want or that we're ready for. So, tough love, no sugarcoating, no false positives. I'm very, very blunt. If you are not into any of these things, please do not watch this reading. I am not the reader for you, okay? Also, this is a general reading for the public, so if you would like a more personalized reading, the links are in the description below. But because this one is more general, just take what resonates with you and leave what does not resonate. You know your situation better than I, so use your discernment in that case. And one last announcement, I just started a Patreon. So if you want to support this channel, there are a few different tiers that you can choose from. Everyone who joins the Patreon is going to get early access to these general readings. I'm thinking I'm going to make it like a month out, but maybe that's too far out. Maybe like 15 days, depends. Maybe I'll ask people like how far out they would want it. But definitely you get early access to these readings. You get personalized things every month. And depending on what tier you choose, there's a lot of fun things that we can work together on. So yeah, all those links are going to be in the description. Let's get started. Hi Sagittarius. Happy October. Happy Halloween. I'm a giraffe. All right, take a deep breath for me. Ooh. And we're just gonna jump right into October for you. Keep on breathing. All right, let's see. Sag, are you fighting off your feelings for someone? It's either you're fighting off your feelings for someone or you're trying to stay in a connection that you know is over. It's interesting because initially it's not like the most obvious love reading to me, but you have your third house coming up here twice, which has to do with communication. So it could be love, but for some of you, it could just be dealing with a truth with a loved one. So it could be like a family member or a friend. So take it however it applies to you. But what you're avoiding, we have Aquarius, I know. And Aquarius for you is your third house of communication. And then you get the Seven of Wands. So this is like, it's fighting, but fighting for the right thing. Like fighting, it's like standing up for what you believe in, standing up for your morals. And Aquarius is all about the humanitarian type energy. So it's kind of like you're avoiding you're avoiding doing the right thing or fighting for the right thing. So it doesn't mean necessarily that you're fighting in the wrong place. It could just mean that you're being complacent as well. It could mean that you're not doing anything. It could just mean that you're like completely ignoring the issue that needs to be fought for, and instead you're just kind of like not doing anything. So you're avoiding for standing up for something that you know is right. Yeah. So, yeah. And so again, apply it anywhere. Like maybe you need to stand up for something at work, but you're not doing it. Maybe you need to break up with someone, but you know you're not doing it. Maybe you need to confess to someone something and you're not doing it. So it could mean a variety of things. How you're bullshitting yourself and others. Venus love paired with the Tower card. So again, it's like there is a shakeup to something, whether it's dealing with love or with money, but I think this has to do with a loved one. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It's just someone in your life that you love. And I feel like there needs to be an ending, that something needs to end within the relationship, whether it is the relationship or a cycle within the relationship. Maybe like an imbalance in a friend dynamic, let's say, or an imbalance in like a parental dynamic. So something needs to end, and you're afraid to end it because it's like you don't want to hurt that person's feelings by changing the dynamic, but you have to do it because it wasn't a healthy one to begin with, and that person has gotten comfortable in being able to take advantage of that dynamic, and you've gotten comfortable in just like having to put up with being dealt with unfairly or being treated unfairly. And so now you have to deal with this, and it's saying that you don't need to deal with it anymore, but you have to deal with the ending of it. So just kind of like pull yourself up by the bootstraps and just like pull the Band-Aid off, you know what I mean? All right, consequences if you don't take action. Saturn truth. So Saturn. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the truth will come out if this has to do with an earth sign. The earth sign will find out, or you will eventually let the earth sign know. But it's mostly saying that your 3D reality will change because the truth will be revealed. And once the truth is revealed, you can't ever really go back to the way that it was, like, especially if both parties or all three or more parties are aware of the truth now. It's kind of like only from there can you just move forward with the information that you have. And once that happens, you'll realize that it wasn't as scary as you thought it would be. So it's kind of like this Tower moment. You think it's going to be some kind of destructive, super dramatic thing, when in reality, it's just kind of like, it's just going to end and everyone going, okay, well, like, and then how do we move forward from here? So it's not going to be as dire as you think it's going to be, but the longer you wait, the harder and more difficult it will get. And it will feel like the Tower, but it doesn't have to be that way, is what it's saying. Message from your shadow self, third house messages. Again, so Aquarius is your third house. So you got the third house message card twice. And you have the Four of Cups. So again, avoiding some kind of emotional work, avoiding communicating about some kind of emotional thing. Maybe you don't want to open up about how you really feel about something, whether, again, it's like truly how you feel about someone, whether you need to confront someone about something, or you need to break up with someone or quit a job or whatever. It's saying that you're not speaking your truth and you're not being honest about how you feel, and that's going to make you feel a lot more at a loss in your personal and professional relationships in the future, because you are moving forward with the mindset that you're not worthy of what it is that you want, because you've been too scared to stand up for what it is that you want, or you've been too scared to ask for what it is that you want. But that's not the case. You just haven't physically done it. So start by practicing writing down what it is that you want. I know that's a cliche way of doing it, but it works. Just write it down, and by writing it and reading it out loud to yourself, it'll be easier for you to start saying it out loud. So you have to practice saying what it is that you want. All right. Yeah, just practice saying what it is that you want. Practice your boundaries. Don't be afraid to ask for what it is that you want, because you are very much deserving of it. And yeah, it's either way, the truth is going to come out. So you might as well be the one. Nah. Yeah. All right, Sagittarius, happy Halloween. I'll see you next month for your birthday season. Bye.